You might know the Grand Canyon as a national park with stunning views and majestic rock formations. But there is more than what meets the eye. It holds deep, dark secrets that come alive at nightfall. Are you ready to venture into the depths of the Grand Canyon? It's a place of breathtaking beauty, but also a place of unspeakable terror. In this video, we'll be shedding light on the dark and chilling secrets that lurk beneath the canyon's surface. From ghostly apparitions to mysterious creatures, the Grand Canyon has long been a hotbed of supernatural activity that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. So, grab your gear and join us on a journey into the unknown as we uncover the spine-tingling mysteries and dark secrets of one of the most fascinating and haunted places on Earth.
A travel blogging couple fell 800 feet to their deaths. A photographer spotted them moments earlier at the edge of a cliff.
Many people are unaware that the Grand Canyon is not just a natural wonder, but also a hotbed of supernatural activity. Legend has it that the canyon is home to all sorts of terrifying creatures and spirits that lurk in the shadows, waiting to strike unsuspecting visitors. The Grand Canyon ghosts are the subject of some fantastic, spooky stories, but there's more truth to them than you'd think. There have been numerous reports of strange occurrences and paranormal activity in and around the area. Since the first Spanish explorers peered over the brink and into the depths of the flowing Colorado River, mystery has actually surrounded the region. Ancient Indian burial grounds, sudden lights and figures, and unexplained screams that echo throughout the night. These are just a few of the strange occurrences that many Grand Canyon visitors have sworn to have witnessed. In fact, this magnificent natural treasure is full of natural beauty as well as mysterious legends from the early 1900s. One of the most haunting stories of the Grand Canyon is that of the Wandering Woman. Also called the legend of the Wailing Woman, she's described as an apparition of a woman dressed in white, who has been stalking the 3-mile hike on the north rim of the canyon for the past 100 years. As the Grand Canyon Lodge was being built in the 1920s, a woman reportedly moved there with her husband and son. Her husband and child decided to go hiking one day. But as the weather became dangerous, they lost their footing on the transept trail's high cliffs and died. Grieving, she searched the trail for her husband and son before deciding to accept their unfortunate destiny. She went back to the lodge and committed suicide because she was unable to handle her loss. The trail where her family died, as well as the cabin where she committed suicide, are now reported to be haunted by her ghost. The spirit of this woman is said to be wandering the area, wailing and crying out for her lost little one. Imagine the sound of her mournful cries echoing off the canyon walls, sending chills down your spine. Also, there's a door at the lodge that just cannot stay open, up until today. According to former park ranger Andrea Langford's book Haunted Hikes, the Wailing Woman slams that door whenever anyone opens it. If you're feeling brave, you can catch a glimpse of her too, wearing a white robe with blue flowers and a scarf around her head. The Wailing Woman is reportedly often visible at night along the transept trail. Many hikers, as well as some park officers, have seen the ghostly appearance of the young woman, and many hikers passing along the north rim between the lodge and the transept trail have claimed to hear her sobbing and pleading for her family, even if they don't see her. If you ask anyone who works there, they've seen her one too many times. To the horror of a new forest ranger, one day she was standing in the doorway to his room. A different young ranger recalls hearing sounds of someone crying one night outside his hut. He assumed it was another ranger who had received upsetting news that day and ignored it. But he heard the same uncontrollable crying the following night as well. Deciding to investigate, he opened his door, but there was nobody there. He went outdoors and he walked to the trailhead, following the sound of the cries. He was startled by what he saw. He described seeing a white shimmer of light moving down the trail that appeared to be a woman wearing a cloak. He kept an eye on it and listened until it vanished from view. The next morning, he told another ranger what he'd seen, to be told that he'd been visited by the wandering, wailing woman. Others think the woman sobbing on the north rim might be La Llorona, a sad ghost from Latin American legend who committed a terrible deed before killing herself out of guilt. La Llorona's name, according to folklore, was Maria. She had twins, a boy and a girl, and was a stunning woman with flowing black hair who married into a rich family. One day, Maria noticed her husband with a younger woman as she was strolling with her children. She threw both of her children into the river in a fit of wrath before realizing what she had done. She dove into the river to find them, but according to stories, they'd drowned. Overcome with guilt, she killed herself and might not be able to join the afterlife until she makes amends with them, leaving her to wander aimlessly throughout eternity. Similar to the Irish banshee, La Llorona, Spanish for weeping woman, cries out in the night as she searches for her children. Most traditions link her cries to bad luck or even death. La Llorona isn't who you'd want to go looking for. When she sounds nearby, she's actually far away. And when she sounds far away, she's close by, waiting to hurt anyone who doesn't run fast enough. Some of the worst legends claim that La Llorona kidnaps other children that resemble her own to ask for forgiveness. But when they are unable to do so, she tosses them into the river. Children in Latin American nations are frequently told the story to keep them from leaving the house after dark. But the Wailing Woman is not the only supernatural being said to haunt the Grand Canyon. According to rumors and legends, the Grand Canyon is not only haunted by ghosts, but is also home to some of the world's most mysterious creatures. Some have reported sightings of a gigantic creature as well, the Mogollon monster. This massive and elusive beast is said to be highly aggressive and has been known to attack people who venture too close to its territory. This mysterious creature is similar to a yeti, also known in fact as the Arizona Bigfoot, and roams the remote areas of the canyon. Imagine coming face to face with this massive and savage being, covered in long hair, staring at you with huge scarlet eyes, ready to pounce on its next victim, you. It's impossible to forget the creepy stories about the Mogollon monster. A traveler to Arizona made the initial discovery in 1903. He claimed to have encountered the untamed animal, shaped as an ape, as it drank the blood of 2 dead cougars. Again, it was near the north rim of the Grand Canyon where this gruesome sighting occurred. As recently as 2017, the Mogollon monster frightened a poor, helpless hiker who was just taking in the breathtaking vistas of the Grand Canyon and the crisp autumn air. Those who have encountered these creatures claim to have felt a sense of dread and fear that cannot be explained. Some swear that just before coming across them, the woods would become still and silent, as if all the forest dwellers suddenly got scared and tried not to be heard. Such mysterious sightings in the Grand Canyon area aren't uncommon, leaving many to wonder what other horrors may be lurking in the shadows. Could it be that the Grand Canyon holds secrets that we have yet to uncover? Only time will tell. Even if the Transept Trail is a rather easy, unpaved, out-and-back hike or shaded run, it can be dangerous close to the cliff overlooks. For all you know, there may be more ghosts than only the Wailing Woman haunting these routes, because the Grand Canyon has seen over 700 fatalities since the mid-1800s. But, my fellow adventurers, don't let these stories scare you away from exploring the Grand Canyon. In fact, it's precisely because of the canyon's dark and mysterious past that it's become one of the most alluring and fascinating places in the world. Just be sure to keep your wits about you and your eyes peeled for any signs of the unknown. And who knows, if you're brave enough, maybe you'll come face to face with one of these terrifying creatures or spirits.